One public comment, Kim Scott.
Thank you. Had an unfortunate happening come up, and rather than go through the diatribe that I originally was going to do, you've all seen the email I sent out. I'll make a little statement here on it, and then I have one other comment I'd like to make, and then I'll be done. And I'll be done real quick, and I hope this settles the problem. It says, I'm quite sure the board members read my last email regarding the airport employee taking a private citizen to task over a simple request. I believe putting a video on YouTube is not such a difficult task as any teenager can do it. I just wanted to say how out of line, quote, dressing down, end quote, to a civilian I believe this was. And I hope you all ensure this action does not happen again. Now, in all honesty, I will tell you, the following day, or the last committee meeting, Mr. Williams did attempt to apologize. I would not accept it because I wanted it done in front of Mr. Workman, because Mr. Workman was in the house, or was in the doorway while this all happened. So it's over, I've said it, it's done. And the other comment I'd like to bring up, I was fortunate enough, when I got here early enough, to read a 10-page letter given to me by someone out of the general aviation audience that says the insurance company was ready to settle with Luxair, and someone in this building turned them down.
That's absolutely a lie.
Okay, now this
Absolute lie.
this is
End of it. Stop.
this
No
is
more.
my 30
Stop.
minutes, my 3 minutes.
None. Stop. That's a lie.
Okay, I'd like to have it on record that I've been interrupted and stopped from saying what I'd like to know, or I'd like to find out, because I believe it's in the public's interest to know. Thank you very much.
If I may,
Go ahead.
I just want the board to give you some background. Mr. Scott and I have some history. It dates back a few years. I was introduced to Mr. Scott by Junior. And Junior, could you please talk about that introduction?
If we're going to talk about history, I think we should do it. No. You stop me,
Sit down.
and I haven't got my
Sit-
3 minutes.
Sit down.
If
Sit down.
He did the same thing
Sit
to John
down.
Gomez.
Mr. Scott,
Sit down, Mr. Scott.
please sit down. I'll be brief.
Call him. Call him.
Junior, could you please just relate that to us?
We, Mr. Scott has been a tenant of ours in the past. I believe last time he was a tenant here of ours was in June or July of 2009. We had, Mr. Scott had a dispute regarding his account on his T-hanger lease that he had with us. He berated one of my staff members over the telephone, brought her to tears. My office manager and myself met with him in person in this room, and he became very loud and abrasive to the point in which I left the room to avoid escalating the situation and brought it to your attention. That was in June 2009. We haven't been a tenant since then, to my knowledge.
Okay. Subsequent to that, you all have seen his contributions to board meetings. In the last board meeting, after the last committee meeting, I did ask him to come in my office to talk. I won't get into the details, but Junior, you were in the area. Can you talk just a little bit about that?
He was very similar in nature. Mr. Scott was very upset, very loud, very aggressive, to the point that I came and got Mr. Workman, representing security, so that Mr. Workman could get there as soon as possible and determine whether or not, LEO needed to be brought in or what have you.
So, bottom line, we do have a history with Mr. Scott. It's not a pleasant one. I have told my staff he does not need to speak to them. They do not need to speak to him anymore. just because of his abusive nature. Just wanted you guys to be familiar with that. Are there any others?
If I may, I had to apologize to Mr. Williams for the incident in 2009 that Junior talks about. I had to bend over, apologize to him in order to keep my teeth
Had that
straight.
opportunity. I don't have time.
For the board's information, in November of 2012, we had an offer made to the insurance company to settle the lawsuit we all know about from what's there, the insurance company. The insurance company made no decision about it, and it went away. We could not make a decision about the lawsuit because it was made in the insurance company. It wasn't our decision. We could make no comment on it. The insurance company made no comment on it either, and it went away. It's a dead issue. We've had no comment from them since. Nothing at all. No comment. True, Mr. Benish?
There's no offer.
Are you satisfied?
For now.
There is no offer.
I read a 10-page letter.
There is no offer.
Okay.
You want to get the letter, Mr. Benish? We'll look at it, but there's no offer to us.
Okay.
And we don't pay it. It goes to the insurance company.
Okay.
Next is approval of the minutes.
Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed?